So today I watched the first and last episodes of Heavenly Delusion and I am in shambles. So let's talk about it. The first episode of Heavenly Delusion is set in a dystopian future following two sets of kids. These kids who live in a dome, and this pair that are traveling through the ruins of Japan. As you'd expect, they live very, very different lives. Think of the Bubble Bunch as a futuristic version of the orphanage from Promised Neverland. They hang out, they have hobbies, they go to school, you know, kid shit. But these seem to be the only two that you really need to care about for now, Mimihime and Tokyo. The show hints that Mimihime has this psychic thing going on because she tells Tokyo that there's a test coming up in class that neither of them knew about. Since they take tests on tablets, Tokyo scrolls through the questions and sees one that doesn't look like algebra.
Come on.
We'll catch up with the Bubble Bandits later, but for now, let's meet Kiriko and Maru. They go from A to B scavenging for supplies while looking for a place called Heaven.
Great. Then what are we waiting for?
They end up getting jumped by these creepy middle-aged guys, and Maru must have been trained by Israel fucking Adesanya because he kicks their teeth in.
Would you look at that?
Oh, I am, and I like what I see.
What are you ladies doing?
Well, I'm being a man.
Great. The little blonde brat's a guy.
Oh, and Kiriko has the ray gun from COD Zombies. After they get their ass kicked, the receding hairline gang tells the two that there's a place out in the countryside called Tomato Heaven, and they say, close enough.
That's why I made the question simpler.
Well, do you guys like tomatoes?
Hey, back already?
Why'd you ask? You bring me some?
Nope, but if you like them, then I've heard of a place out in the country you might consider heavenly.
Back in the Las Vegas sphere, the two girls get out of class and the personification of Golden Retriever energy plays fetch with himself.
All right then. Guess I'll get Kona to come out and play!
Those reflexes.
Mimihime pulls Tokyo away for a private chat to say,
What do you think the outside world is like?
I guess I like all the green.
Not here. I mean outside this wall.
Oh, I didn't think there was another outside. Isn't it just nothing?
There's gotta be something. At least I've always had this weird feeling that there is. And lately, I've been able to picture it way more clearly. Whenever I think about how much I want to go out beyond the wall, two people from the other side I've never met before come to help me. And one of those people looks exactly like you.
Now, even if you don't believe it, hearing something like that just stays with you. It's like a creepypasta. You know nothing's gonna happen when you get to Lavender Town, but you still turn down the music when you get there. This keeps Tokyo up, and she goes outside to stare at the ceiling, I guess?
What's outside? Outside?
It's here that we meet the person who apparently runs the dome, the director. This woman in a wheelchair who looks like old Japanese Lord Farquaad. Before we can find out why the adults have been hiding the fact that the outside exists, Maru and Kiriko get to Tomato Heaven. It's actually an inn, and I knew something was gonna go down here because the innkeeper comes up behind them like the fucking hash-slinging slasher. They go inside and we find out the pair aren't just looking for heaven, Kiriko is also looking for two guys she knows.
Have either of these guys ever come by?
Ooh, he's handsome. If he had, I'd remember.
What's his name? Robin Inazaki.
Doesn't ring a bell. What about the older one with the scar?
You know what? I don't know. Everyone just called him Doctor or Doc or Sir.
After they enjoy the spa, the innkeeper starts cooking dinner and they have this creepy conversation.
Ma'am? That case in the corner. Do you keep a gun in there?
Ah, yes. There's a monster that prowls this area at night. Stay inside and you'll be fine.
Hey, do you think it's...
The hero.
You mean a man-eater? People call them all kinds of different things, but they're like these big, freaky, confusing monsters that eat people. Is that it? If you want, we could kill it for you.
And naturally, they go from talking about killing monsters to being scolded about incest.
This is not my opinion or a hard and fast rule. But the fact remains, having a child of incest is fundamentally dangerous.
Sorry, back up. What did you say?
So after they get through the awkward birds and the bees conversation, they go to bed and it seems like they got drugged.
Wow. Am I really that tired? Something feels weird.
We never saw the innkeeper eat the stew that she prepared for them, so I figure that's when it happened. Meanwhile, as Farquaad tells Tokyo about the outside, the innkeeper gets a visitor.
As a matter of fact, yes, there is. However, it's a filthy, decrepit world, crawling with monsters. It's hell.
That's the end of episode 1, and if I had to guess, Maru and Tokyo are going to be twins separated at birth. I have no idea what's going to go on with the two guys Kiriko's looking for, but I think there's some sort of experimentation going on to create like the creepy bird monster, and maybe that's why Mimihime has psychic powers. Anyways, let's find out.
The air is so hot, it's hard to even breathe.
Yep, the dome got attacked, and these kids that I didn't care about in episode 1 got outside, so we're off to a great start. I was trying to come up with a funny joke for this scene, but I think I think you guys just need to experience it with me, so let's just roll it.
It would seem we've reached an agreement that the child should be reunited with Tokyo.
Understood, thank you.
Wait a second. There are two? Tokyo had twins? I had no idea.
Yes, in a manner of speaking.
So yeah, Tokyo has not one but two babies. And there probably is a good explanation for this, but as someone who just saw the first episode prior to this one, I was stunned locked by this harder than getting hit by an ash ult. The lady in the suit seems important, and she says that this is the perfect time to initiate the Noah project.
I'm going to make the rounds and confirm that the rest of the children are safe. This could be the perfect opportunity for me to execute the Noah project.
The Noah project? What kind of a name is Noah?
Once we see Maru again,
guy I've
he
been
seems to be
searching for
alone
for
and sad
5
because
years.
Kiriko left him for one of the two guys in the pictures that she's been looking for over the course of the series. It sounds like she's been gone for days, so he goes and looks for her.
Hey, where'd you come from? You got authorization? Bandit!
Maru goes into the building and finds Kiriko naked and tied up. YouTube, please don't be mad at me. As he's about to save her, the guy in the photo shows up.
I'm right here, sis.
How dare you toy with me like that, you little shit!
As Robin gets his face pulped, we're back with the bleeding doctor who's going to give Tokyo her baby back.
Tokyo? This baby is your child, Tokyo.
What?
It's yours. We'll decide together how best to raise it. But for the time being, we at least wanted to give you the facts.
Oh, wait! This must be that thing you had to take out of my belly!
I really wish I understood how much time went by between episode 1 and episode 13, because this part of the show is confusing me to no end. But if this finale wasn't weird enough for you yet, let me turn the dial up all the way. Remember Farquaad? Well, she's back, can walk, and should be definitely on a child predator list.
I won't give up yet.
You can walk? I had no idea.
Same.
Tokyo, be a dear, would you? And give me that baby.
Director, just wait.
Ugh! Now, Mina! Bring me that baby!
Understood.
You don't have to do this!
Do it!
What is happening?
Looks exactly like you.
The outside. Crawling with monsters is hell.
What are you good at?
What in the ET phone home hell is that?
What are we? What's happening to us?
So a few other things happened. We find out Mimi Hime is a furry. Maru confesses his love to Kiriko, but I want to fast forward to the very end. A few guys come into the building that Kiriko is being held captive in and find the aftermath of what happened.
What do you mean nobody's here?
I found a set of keys over here.
Is that blood? What happened back here?
Well, it looks like this is the only room that's still locked.
Open it. What is that? A monster attached to a human?
The episode officially ends with that group of side kids in a boat heading to a city that isn't completely abandoned, so they're definitely teeing this show up for a season 2. Looking back, the predictions I made after the first episode are not right, I think, but maybe right, but probably not, but could be. Possibly. I'm gonna watch the rest of this series for the sake of my sanity. Like, I need to know why the young version of the Grand Councilwoman from Lilo and Stitch showed up. Where did the actual aliens come in? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this this wild ride, to say the least. Leave a comment. Tell me what show you want me to watch the first and last episode of, preferably if it has a crazy ending like this, because I think that was a lot of fun. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the sub button. Trying to get to 10,000, so it would mean a lot. Until next time, thanks guys.